Hey, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you guys. Today, Akash and Abu are here to present on the topic of tipping culture in Canada, and we will also be talking about how cashless society is fueling higher tips for the profit for the businesses. Next slide, please. And we have done some research about the tipping culture in Canada, and we believe that 10 to 20% of customers are tend
No,
to
10 to 20%. It's like 10 to 20% tipping is of the bill is usual.
yeah. And we have been taking the example of the Fairmont Hotel of Vancouver for this. Next slide, please. As a purpose, here we analyze what would be the best choice for the hotel about the cashless tips. And in this report, we will examine how Canada is changing towards a trip-oriented cashless culture. And then we will advise you the Fairmont Hotel in Vancouver how to answer. Next slide, please. And tipping culture nowadays is considered as a part of living living style in Canada at multiple locations like restaurants, bars, hotels, and saloons. And tipping is meant to be a gesture of thanks for excellent service. An article from North Shore News claimed that the businesses, particularly those in the food and beverage industries, are highly benefited from the shift towards a cashless society. It has changed the traditional way of tipping because the convenience of digital payment system has encouraged customers to leave the tip before even receiving the service. And next slide, Abu gonna represent the next slide.
Okay, we have been doing some individual research on this, and we found those arguments like we were like we were thinking about the should tipping system should tipping be a part of the service industry or it should be removed completely. Some people say that it should be removed completely, and the employees who depends on those tips for a living wage, they should get paid higher. On the other hand, some people say that it should be there for a for a for a way to give thanks for the excellent service. So it goes both ways. Some people say this it should be there. Some people say that it should completely be removed. Also, some and it is observed that the customer because of the cashless transaction, the amount people usually tip has been higher because customer who actually use mostly the digital payment system tend to give more tips than the customer who pay with cash, and due to the quick tip option, it is really convenient for the customer to give a tip, and they don't even realize how much they are giving. And for customer actually find it very convenient to give a tip with a predetermined button like a 20%, 15%, or 10%. But mostly it's resulting that the employees are getting more tips, whether it's a good service or not. We found that tipping culture is not prevalent in every region of the world. Suppose in Italy, in Italian culture, tipping is not usual. So sometimes the foreigner, when they arrive to the hotel, they sometimes they get or they feel awkward when they're asked to tip. So that's a problem. And also in adverse situation, like customers don't like to pay the tip but they're forced to pay the tip because of the ongoing culture in Canada. And on the other hand, if the tipping should be removed completely then the employees should given an adequate salaries. And we will recommend the Fairmont Hotel to remove the tipping option from the payment gateway and just add a little button for adding tip at the corner of the payment gateway so the customer who want to pay at the tip, they can if they want to. And secondly, all employees should be paid a living wage, and employees should be trained properly to use the new changes in digital payment system. So that was our report and recommendation. Thank you for everyone for listening.